Hi guys, welcome back. Today's going to be another e.l.f. review. They recently launched the Camo Hydrating CC Cream. It costs $15. There are 30 shades. I have light 240 warm. This is a full coverage color correcting foundation with SPF 30 protection that hydrates skin and gives it a dewy finish. So a couple years ago they came out with the original one, which has a natural finish. It still has SPF 30 medium to full coverage. There are some differences in their key ingredients. So the original one with the natural finish has collagen, peptides, and niacinamide, and the hydrating one has the tremella mushroom and hyaluronic acid. Besides that, they look and feel similar, and I want to show you guys a comparison, so a side by side and also a full day wear test. We're also going to do a mini wear test in the middle of the day and then after 8 hours. I'm wearing it right now. I've been wearing the hydrating one for almost a week now. I just had a lot of questions and I want to show you guys on camera why I'm confused with this product. I thought this would be a fun comparison so you can see in real time how my skin looks throughout the day. Now mind you, I have oily skin, I'm acne prone, I've been dealing with a lot of dryness specifically on the forehead, so you will see that throughout the day. Pretty normal skin that everybody deals with, but for the most part when I'm not on medication I have oily skin, so just keep those things in mind. So let's move on to the application. For today's experiment I'm going to be wearing the hydrating one on my right side and the regular one on my left side. Both of them are 240 warm. I'm going to start with the hydrating side. So I like using my fingers, just getting it onto the skin first, so you definitely see that glow, that dew. I'm going to do my best in trying to only have it on half of my face. I am using different sponges and everything. I don't like using brushes, definitely not with this foundation, at least the original one. I wasn't a fan of using it with the brush. It just gets all streaky. If you don't want your sponge to absorb a ton of product, just start with your fingers and then go in with the sponge. We're gonna use this sponge for the hydrating one, and both sponges are damp. I think what's gonna be a little bit tricky is the nose. I've been wearing just the hydration one on its own and it's looked really nice. It's interesting that they came out with this one because I was not expecting it, and also you guys are gonna see I don't find this one to look that different from the original, not enough to want to buy it, but we'll really see this side by side. We'll see in real time if there is much of a difference after 8 hours. And whatever I've left over I'll just apply on my eyelids. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more to the forehead because that's where my breakouts are, and also my skin is drier here. You'll see just overall a little more texture, and it's not gonna look perfect, and I don't expect that. And even with the hydrating side, you will notice that as well. I don't want to use any kind of concealer for these breakouts. I just want to go in with this product so you guys can see how well it covers. This is medium to full coverage for both of them. Just applying a little bit more in certain areas where I have the hyperpigmentation. This is really great coverage even under the eyes as well. Now I'm going to go in with the original Camo CC Cream with the natural finish. So I was one of the few that really liked this, to the point where I forgot to bring it on my way to a wedding and I had to ask a family member to go to CVS and pick it up for me. And this is one of the few foundations where I know they'll have my shade at a drugstore and I don't have to worry about it. And that's why I always like to have a go-to foundation, concealer. I guess what I'm saying is I want a go-to product for each category at a drugstore, because sometimes you're just in a pinch or you're like in the middle of nowhere and there is no Sephora, there is no Ulta, there's just a CVS. So same thing, just applying with my fingers. Then this is the natural finish side, although you will see, at least in the initial application, and honestly it looks the same. I think so, at least, but we'll see with the wear test. The color match is really good. Sometimes when brands come out with the same product but a different finish, the shades don't even match, where this, it actually does. And then just going back in certain areas just for a little more coverage. You know what, I don't think I'm gonna use concealer under my eyes. Originally I was going to, but the coverage is so great that I just want to stick it with the Camo CC Cream. So here's the side by side, the hydrating dewy finish on the right side and the regular natural finish on the left side. Visually, they don't look different. They look the same to me, and they also feel the same to me. The way I applied them, the medium to full coverage, both of them have SPF 30. Of course, there are some different ingredients, but the way it looks with my first application, it looks the same. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup so you guys can see how it looks with some powder, some blush, and everything else, and I'll be right back. Same products on both sides. If you guys are interested in anything that I'm wearing today, I'll have everything linked down below. It's looking really pretty. I'm wearing powder. I have oily skin, so it's going to change the finish, but we'll see in a few hours. I think I'm going to do 2 wear tests. One maybe around lunchtime and then after 8 hours. So far, it's looking really pretty. You're seeing slight patchiness right here, a little bit on the forehead. Again, I'm kind of expecting that because my skin has been drying out, not just because it's winter time, but because of the medication that I've been putting on my face. It's just drying out my skin more than usual. So this is expected with kind of any product that I've been wearing these like last 6 months. But overall, I think it looks really pretty. I'll see you guys in 3 showers. It's been 4 hours and I pretty much look the same. The hydrating side on my right side, we see a little bit of dryness going on right here, a little bit on the forehead. Still have that glowiness, but to me it's the same amount of glowiness as the regular satin side. A little bit of dryness over here, some dryness by my nose and mouth. That's been happening even if I don't have anything on my skin, like no makeup. I think I applied a little too much medication right here, which is why it's causing that. And then forehead, looking the same. I just want to show you guys that quick 4-hour check-in. I will see you guys in another 4 hours. And 8 hours later, I'm looking more glowy, but I wouldn't say I look more glowy on just the hydrating side. Both sides overall look more glowy after 8 hours. And this is what I was kind of hinting at when I was applying both of them, that initially it might look a little bit different. Like the hydrating one looks just a little more dewy, but after you blended everything out, you apply your powder and the rest of your makeup, it just looks the exact same and it feels the same. And as you guys can see, it's seeming like it wears the same. I lost some foundation around my nose, under the chin. That tends to happen. I do have 2 dogs that like to kiss me, and then it's winter time, so I've been blowing my nose. A little bit of dryness over here. Forehead, we're seeing a tiny bit, but overall both sides look the exact same. You guys tell me, do you see a difference? Does the natural finish look different from the dewy finish? Please let me know down below. I personally can't see a difference, and that is how I felt when I initially applied the hydrating one. So my opinion really hasn't changed, but I'm glad I got to see it on camera and be able to go back to really see that side by side. If you weren't a fan of the original one, I don't recommend the hydrating one. Now, if you like the original one, why not try the hydrating one? Because again, there's not much of a difference. That's my 2 cents. I wish there was more of a polarizing difference, so I could tell you like, get this, don't get that. But for this, there's not enough of a difference, which is why it's very confusing. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel for more fashion and beauty content. Definitely check out my other e.l.f. videos. I've released a couple so far, and I'm going to be releasing in the next couple of weeks the best new releases of 2024 from e.l.f. Cosmetics, like the ones you should get and the ones you should totally skip out. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in another video. Bye!